Okay, so our next speaker, would you believe, is a road safety campaign, and there's a very sad story here. I'm sure she won't mind me telling you that about 5 years ago, 10 years ago now, 10 years ago, that's a good start. So 10 years ago, unfortunately, she lost her mother, and her daughter lost a leg, and she was herself crushed by a bus, which mounted the pavement in a road rage incident. Since then, she's become a serious road safety campaigner, but also she's noticed what's going on in the buses. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much and take it all away from her. This is Sarah Hope.
Hey, thank you. Whoops, sorry. Thanks for having me here today. Thanks, Joanne, for that. Now you've said what actually happened. Yes, on Wednesday, the 25th of April 2007, I entered the bus depot in Mortlake with my mother and my daughter. She was just 2 at the time. We were really excited. We were on the way to the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital to visit my twin sister who just had a baby there. But I didn't know whether or not to mention it. It was road rage. But yeah, the Metro Line bus drove onto the pavement and my mother died about 20 minutes later. My daughter lost her leg and I could do nothing to help because I was trapped under the bus. And ironically, my daughter ended up at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital in an ambulance, and 4 surgeons spent the next 7 hours trying to save her leg. Transport for London and Metro Line did not apologise to my family until February 2014. That was 7 years later. That, I'm sure you will agree, was too long. But when they said sorry, I said sorry must mean sorry, and I then wanted things to change. And they did begin to listen to me about how to treat people whose lives are damaged forever. In April 2016, TfL set up the Sarah Hope line, which is an instant support line that offers kindness and support to people who are seriously injured on London's transport network and to bereaved families. And I'm glad to say that I really believe that Transport for London no longer regards accidents that are inevitable, and Vision Zero is moving so that no one is killed by a bus by 2030. But I'm sure you will agree with me that that is not soon enough. I don't know why they can't adopt that vision today. It's 13 years until 2030. It's totally unacceptable if they really think we can wait that long. And over the course of time, I have learned about the conditions that just bus drivers have to cope with. And I've been truly shocked to hear some of the stories. Some people think I should be furious with bus drivers, but I'm not. I want to work with you to make London a safer place. 148 people have been killed in TfL bus crashes since my mother died in 2007. That's 1 every 3 weeks. And since 2015, 14 people have died from falls while they were on the bus. And I don't believe any of you bus drivers wants to hurt anyone at all. I know that you don't. And that's why I'm here today. I just want London to be a kinder, safer place for us all. For our children, so we don't have to worry. We can live our lives in safety in London, knowing that when a bus comes, we're safe, and the bus driver is calm. TfL are working hard to implement the changes, I know they are. They're looking at different braking systems and vehicle design. They're looking at street design and new technology that can avoid serious injury and make injuries less severe. But I really believe they have more to do, which is why I try constantly to work with them and talk to them. And very soon I'm going to a bus garage because TfL are talking about break times, about how to make them better so you feel more rested after a break. I know tiredness can be a terrible thing and it must creep up very quickly on a long shift. The Hello London course has highlighted this frustrations you face, and I really hope you feel it's helped you a bit. Each single-decker London bus can carry up to 66 passengers with a further 18 standing up. Double-deckers carry 80 people with a further 18 standing up. This is a huge amount of people to be responsible for. Your job is the lifeblood of London. We cannot do without you. Please may I take this opportunity to ask members of the public and TfL bosses and bosses of the different bus operators to be totally respectful to you at all times. Which is why TfL have adopted the More We Do Than Drive a Bus campaign. We all need to change our attitude to bus drivers, remembering at all times how important you are. You are responsible for huge vehicles, and one tiny distraction can cause great harm. Driving a bus is not for everyone, and I believe it takes a person of great courage to do it. I think we should remember this. And the public can start by smiling. smiling at bus drivers when they get on the bus. Say thank you. If the bus driver asks you to move down, then do it. And if you're able to go on a double-decker bus upstairs, do it if that's what's needed. I do ask you as bus drivers to please understand that TfL are listening to what needs to be done. They are trying to implement the changes, but it needs to be faster. Please try to respect the fact that TfL launched the bus safety programme in 2015 for a reason. That is what they're trying to do. But there are changes the bus operators can implement today by understanding more your huge responsibility for human life when behind the wheel, understanding the stress you are often put under. Many times a day you can expect abuse from members of the public and other road users. I'm sure this is really hard to cope with. And your bosses, when they're sitting in their offices, can always find a loo to go to, and they are not responsible for human life in the same way that you are. Never again should you feel you cannot tell your boss if you need to go to the doctor. Never again should you feel you rush your brake. Never again should you feel nervous about reporting safety concerns. And never again should you drive longer than your shift, leaving you to feel exhausted. I am keen that Unite, the bus operators in TfL, go ahead with their plans to enhance your well-being. But ultimately, never again should any of you feel you can't do your job properly because you have not been treated with the dignity and respect you deserve. I believe to look after you is to bring safety to the streets of London. I would like to continue to talk to TfL and help them listen about how vital it is for these changes to happen as from today. I really believe we need to work together. I do not want any other family to have to endure the sadness that we've had to cope with. Thank you.